Hello, thanks for joining me today. It's the 1st of April 2015 and this is your tarot reading for the day, and I'm using the Shadowscapes deck today. I'm just shuffling these cards around a little bit. Okay. I'm going to draw my 3 cards here to give you an insight into the day's energies. So, let's have a little look. And these cards are quite complicated. I don't use them very often because even though the images are gorgeous and they show up really well on camera actually, I find them a little bit too intricate for my simple little mind. And for me, I like big, bold, simple messages, and that's the way I work most effectively. And these are a little bit too, I mean, you can see it's very, very intricate and small. And each person who does these readings, you know, they have their own kind of things that work and don't work. There's no right and wrong. It's just whatever feels most comfortable. But that being said, let's see what this is. The first card here is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, you can see this kind of person looking towards the future and making a decision and deciding where he's going to go next. It's in reverse, and what that means is that things are a little bit out of your control and you don't feel like you have the power to make effective changes. And that's really emphasized by this, the World, which is in reverse. So the World, you can see a person with the World in their hands there, and usually this card in the tarot sees someone with the World in their hands as well. And what that means is that you don't feel good enough or you don't feel strong enough to make decisions for yourself. Really, the reason for that, I think, is money and a lack of money, and saying things like, well, I've made decisions before and, you know, look at me, I haven't done very well financially, and if I make decisions again, I'll just screw it up again. Now, that is really negative thinking. You can hear that just by me saying it. And that kind of thinking, when it's verbalized the way I just did, it's really obvious, and you say, oh, well, forget it. That is not how I'm going to choose to think about myself or my life. But sometimes that can be under the radar. And when it's subtle, it can really chip away at you. And that's really what I get here, that this little green gremlin of doubt, of self-doubt, comes in and says, oh, I am not qualified to make financial decisions. Ignore that, please. Make decisions. You have the strength to do that. You are perfect in spiritual truth. And self-doubt is heavy in the air today, but that doesn't mean that you need to feed into it. Please don't. Get rid of enthusiasm. Get rid of self-doubt. Tap into your enthusiasm, and even if you think you're making a wrong decision, I would urge you to make decisions today, because they will be good. Now, numbers 2 and 21 is 23, 24, 2 and 4 is 6, and 6 is responsibility. Take responsibility for your life. Don't get your mom to decide stuff for you, or your dad, or your son, or your boss, or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend. You decide. And there's a big obstacle to that today, and often the bigger the obstacle, the bigger the reward on the other side of that obstacle. So make sure you show up and give yourself a confidence boost. Positive self-talk is going to work today, but really just go with it and let the chips fall where they may and take a bit of a risk, and you'll see that you get a positive outcome. Have a great day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please have a look at my website, gregoryscott.com. You can arrange that there. If you struggle making decisions and you'd like some clarity, then we can look at that via reading. And also remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel.